Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Oopsies, I have deselect. There we go. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking over the newest member barn, Azalea Creek, and going through everything on the property. Now we will be doing an official tour video for an unlisted video for a Ko-Fi listing. But for now, this is just for members to see everything about the barn. You guys get a custom little tour, and it'll probably be much quicker than a cinematic tour. Also, I'm kind of on a tight schedule right now because this was supposed to be out 4 or 5 days ago, but I was running into some issues with the actual barn design, so I'm very happy I got it figured out because I didn't want to have to skip this month. Also, there's going to be a dog following me, so you guys are going to see that happen. I don't know why your textures are so messed up. Let's try to fix that really quick. Changing the textures didn't really fix it, so just imagine that the Australian Shepherd doesn't have this weird particle thing floating above its tail, okay? Totally normal. Anyway, so let's get started with the property. All in all, this is Azalea Creek right here. It's a pretty big property. I think this is one of the biggest properties I have done for the member barn releases, which I'm very happy about because I want to release bigger properties for you guys since a lot of you guys are looking forward to monthly member barns. This one is definitely roleplay worthy in my opinion. It has a lot of life to it and it also has a lot of room for expansion. For example, right here is a pathway leading out and there's also a room for a pathway over here. And just pretty much everywhere that a pathway ends, you can start another one and you guys can just keep on expanding. This one is a small barn. I didn't actually make this barn, I just edited it a little bit. I had some builder friends work on it and help me with it, but I upgraded it a little bit. So we have the stalls, which these are 7x7, so you don't have to worry about making runs outside, but there are pastures available if anybody wants to use them. They're pretty simple stalls. I didn't work on them too much because I wanted to keep them really sweet and simple. And then the back of them, they have like this little door opening design. I really like the sides of the stalls. Usually I do like big extravagant openings, but seeing as this is simple and this is like not simple is really nice. I also have a little cleaning area set up here in between the stalls. I also didn't have a grooming area inside of the barn, so I put one out here. It's a very simple design, so if you guys want something a little bit more complicated, I would definitely recommend that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stalls. I keep on forgetting how many stalls there are. I keep on thinking there's 7, but I forgot this was made into a tack area, but there are 6 stalls for you to use. I think 6 is a pretty good number for the amount of pastures we have for the horses, but you can always edit the barn or copy and paste the barn on the other side of the property, so double barn, and then change this into a stall if you need more room. This is the tack and equipment room. I also have a little award area set up over here. And it's a pretty spacey area, so you have room to design whatever you want, but I like spacious tack rooms. It feels a little bit claustrophobic when they're not that spacey, so try to put that into the barn. There's also a small feed area with the SWEM feed bins and also the Equestrian CIT. Also, just a reminder, I used Garden Breeze and Equestrian CIT on this barn, so I'll be putting it in the description for anybody who wants to download those. Otherwise, you won't be able to see them and they'll just be item frames with renamed items in them. The loft has a small jump pole holder and then some feed over here, some hay. So I didn't really design the loft because I thought that you guys would have more fun designing it. I didn't really have any major ideas, and lofts for me are always fun to design, so thought you guys would get a kick out of that. You just teleported, that was crazy. Then there's a little covering that goes over the pathway. There's also a hose over here if you want to water the plants or wash your horse. And on the outside of the barn, of the covering, there are little lanterns that cover the rim. I didn't want to make it look too like boring, so I added those. And we have the arena. It's a very small arena, so I do recommend making it bigger if you are looking to use more of an arena. I wasn't even going to make an arena, but I'm happy I did because there's at least something there, you know? And then there is a lunging pen over here. And it is also a very simple lunging pen just for keeping your horse exercised. One of my favorite parts, and where this got its name, the creek. The creek runs. You can see all the fish collecting here. Look at them. Look at them collecting there. They're probably hiding because of our resident on the other side of the creek, which I will show in a second. You can see the creek runs as kind of like a circle throughout the entire property. There's a little split right here for the pathway, but you can always continue the creek. I just didn't because I didn't see a point to, which is why the fish on this side are probably no longer existent. It's because there's 2 axolotls in here. I thought it was a really cute idea to have axolotls in here because they like just walking about. Sometimes they'll come up onto the land and say hi. See, there's the other one. There used to be fish in here, but I doubt there are fish anymore because, yeah, the axolotls killed them all. So I would not recommend putting the axolotls on the other side because I'm pretty sure your world file will come with the axolotls and the fish. So just a recommendation. I put bush around like the border of the creek so it wasn't so blank. There's also a cute little picnic area here that I set up. And then here is Riley's truck that she has on her property. I kind of just copied and pasted it here and she helped redo it. There's some crates for loading up in the truck. I'd say these pastures are fit for 2 horses max, but you can probably fit a 3rd here if you really need to, but I don't really see a point, seeing as there's 3 pastures, so you have plenty of room. And these right here, if you delete these buckets, you can refill with the spigot. So you can use the spigots to refill those buckets. I only put them on one pasture in case you guys didn't like the design. That way you don't have to delete all of them. And then there are troughs and some food and some salt licks and stuff in each pasture. But that is the entirety of Azalea Creek. There's also spots for you to run with your horse through the trees, but there's not a lot of room before it hits the open schematic world, so there's like nothing in the distance. Or you can just take the schematic file that I put into the zipped file. This is just the barn schematic, so nothing else on the property is with it, and you can paste that and design a world yourself in the overworld. It is completely up to you. Let me know what you guys think of this barn. I'm so excited to be able to release another one, and I'm also excited to be able to continue this little routine that we have going on, and I'm also excited that the server is going to be out very, very soon, so that is going to be taking up a lot of my time. I'm hoping to keep this going through the member server release, but at the same time I can't promise that, so I hope that this isn't one of my last barns because I'm trying to keep this up. I really am. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy Azalea Creek, and I will see you in the next member video or stream.